Good afternoon and welcome to this very special stream, which is a tribute to Niki Lauda, as I believe some of you already know what is happening. And today, very special race for all of us. So the car is also very special. It's one of the cars that Niki Lauda was driving. So it's Ferrari 312T, and we just all our drivers got the same paint as Niki Lauda had back in the time. So at this moment we're on the qualifications. 15 minutes of the quali, the 3 minutes are passed. So on the first position so far, Drowser, he was the first one to leave the pit because his time on the pre-qualification was the best one, so that's why he is here on that position, and that will be his first time here. So we're gonna see how it's gonna end up for him and for all the drivers too, because it's quite interesting car. It's really hard to keep it on the track. As you can see, the proportion between the front tires and the rear tires is just incredible. So that's also something that drivers need to learn, and there is of course a manual gearbox, so drivers also can use that. So everyone who got a shifter, I think that's gonna help a little bit. So Drowser on the first position so far, Patrick on the second, but of course this is just the first minutes of the quali, so of course this will change a little bit within the time, so we're gonna see how it's gonna end. Today of course there's two streams, one is English, this one, and there is also a second one on the Polish, so you can find the stream that will just suit you. Bujawa on the first position, and that was a really good time. 0.2 Trousers losing to the Bujawa, so we're gonna see if he can actually improve a little bit. Let's see what is happening over here. That's a Michał on the screen. Yeah, that's the stream. There's a Polish one. So sorry if I'm a bit like a pair of woods, because I just wasn't streaming in English a long time, so sorry for that. And that's Michał. Dorian with a little bit problem here. And that's Bujawa, he's on the first position. Let's drive with him a little bit, see how it looks like from his perspective. And the track itself is Red Bull Ring, and Drowser coming back in the first position, but the difference between him and Bujawa is really tiny, so it's still there's plenty of room for improvements, and we still got 10 minutes left of the qualification. So about what's gonna happen after the quali, there will be a formation lap. That I'm not gonna say anything during that time, because that's pretty much the tribute the driver's gonna pay to Niki Lauda. And then there will be the official race that will last 35 minutes. So let's see what is still happening. And Lampard coming on the third position, a big jump for him. O'Gara, a small jump there on the 14th at this moment. Forsters with small problems here. The problem with the car is that it's pretty much quite nervous, especially on the second gear. You need to really watch out for it. So I think drivers will be trying to be a caution here. And also the other thing is, what is also important, is that it's really slidey car, so it loves to go out a bit on the side. So drivers need to pay attention what is happening with the front, if it's running or not. That's Christian. He's on the 9th position, so he's fighting here with Patriot X and GTR. I believe some drivers were set up there like a slow lap, and now they're gonna just try to make it better, because now they can make it risky. In front of Christian there is Dario with small issues here. But still Christian got a really good tempo here, and yet he gets some room here, so now he can just continue his driving. Let's see his time. Will be there any improvement from his side? Looks good here. Lost out a bit, and there's Mastodon, I think, having small issues here. But let's see Christian and his time, if there will be any better. No, not this time. Small improvement, but I was thinking that there is a chance for a much better time for him. Let's get back to the top. Drowser still on the first position, Bujao on the second, Lampard on the third, and Patrick on the fourth here. So that's our first two lines. Hitmanson getting on the position number 7. And Piotr is going back to the pit, I believe. So yeah, I think he's gonna get a new tires and see how it works for him. That's Hazi on the position number 13 at this moment. So he still might try to make it a little bit better. Faster. Bujawa in the pit stop, so Drowser is still on the track, so I believe he wants to improve this time. Let's see how it's going for him. I think he's on the outlap at this moment, so that's not it. So there will be now, I think next minutes will be just his hot laps. Lampard still on the track, and he just started this one. Articulate Fox on the position number 12. And let's see how he is doing here, if there will be any improvement on his side. The race will take 35 minutes. And small improvement here. Small improvement, so it's all about the milliseconds that these drivers are getting pretty much at this moment, but still we're waiting for the top. If it's gonna change, Bujawa is back on the track, so he's getting now a chance to get the lead pole position. Drowser, I think he really need to take care of it. So yes, it's quite short race, but I think it's gonna be quite intensive for some drivers here, as this car is giving you emotions all the time. Lampard back in the pit, and that's Bujawa, and he has a chance to get the first position. Let's get back to the Drowser, because he is also in a really not comfortable situation here. He knows that he actually needs to make a better time, because Bujawa could just do it in any time. So he really needs to improve. He really needs to find this tenths of the seconds there and there to get a better lap. Lampard is also quite close, so if Lampard gonna get it better, that might be a dangerous situation for Drowser. Small problem for Christian. He lost the traction somewhere. Get back to the pit. Turbo 1, position number 10. Articulate on some issues. Back to the pit. And we're still with Drowser. Let's drive a little bit with Lampard maybe. Let's see how he is doing here. Curbs might be really tricky here. Drivers really need to pay attention what they are doing. And I think Lampard was just making himself a little bit of space to get some clean air. And now I think he will attack this lap and try to make the best lap. So he has actually a chance of 2. Bujawa getting on the position number 1. So he got the pole at this moment. And Drowser really had to fight for it. So he made it after all. So now it's all up to Drowser and Lampard. Drowser a little bit wider. And Drowser, let's see this lap. No, there is no improvement. But still, he got like 2 laps still. So he can still make it better. Apex, a small improvement, but no change in his position. And let's get back to Lampard. Definitely fighting here for this first row. Small issue here. The grass and the gravel might be really problematic for that kind of cars. And let's see Lampard. Now 2 last corners here. Looks smooth. And the last one here, really attacking the curb. And now he's going on the straight. And let's see his time. Will be there an improvement? Small improvement, but enough to be on the 2nd position. So Drowser landed position number 3. And I don't think so that Lampard will have a chance to another lap. Unless he wants to make it, yeah, might Lampard do it? So there will be, I think, one more lap from Lampard. So that's the Drowser, no improvement. And I think there is one more lap, maybe 2 if you're gonna make it quick. Oh, he lost control there at this very end of this first corner. And I don't think this is a good sign. Let's see the first sector. Little bit slower, so it's still there is still a chance for him. So if the 2nd sector or 3rd will be a really good one, he might get it back. Yes, a soft and hard only. So there are 2 compounds. Yeah, there's only soft and hard. So it really depends on the driver. So pit stop, it's not required, and there is enough fuel for drivers just to go without the pit stop. Has he? I think he was out of track there. So he's stuck on position number 11. We're gonna see if there will be any driver that he will be just better than him. There's better JX, but the difference between them is like a 0.4. So I think that's quite enough to keep the position 11th. And that's Drowser. He's in hurry. He's sliding here a little bit. Curb a little bit too risky, and getting back on the straight. And is he going to have a chance to make one more lap? Yeah, there will be one more lap from Drowser. So this is his last call, last chance to make it. Now it looks much better. The first sector, we're gonna see the time. Lampard back in the pit, so that will be end for him. And now he's observing Drowser. Same with Bujawa. He's looking for Drowser. First sector faster than Bujawa, so it's already improvement. So it's now about the 2nd and the 3rd. And let's just observe this guy because he may change it. No mistake from Drowser. So that will be it. Bujawa back in the pit. So Lampard stays on position number 2. Drowser on the 3rd. That's Patrick. I think he's safe on the 4th position. Now is the question if he wants to improve the time. He needs to take half second here to actually jump on the position 3rd. So we're gonna see if he's going to make it. Apex, Adi, GTR, Hitmanson already in the pit, so Turbo 1 and Chris still might improve the time, especially Chris have a chance here. Patrick without improvement, Christian here, and in front of him there is, I think it was Hitmanson, no, that was Dorian. And no improvement here. So we're getting back on the grid, and there will be formation lap. Okay, so we are waiting for session to start. So the first lap will be this formation. So during the time I won't say anything. You can see Piotr Burzała, the first position on the second Diamond Lampard, then Strauser and Patrick on the fourth. So 20 seconds to start to the formation lap, then the session will be restarted, and the actual race, the 35 minutes, will have a place, and we're gonna see who's gonna be the winner. But for now, waiting for... Sorry, now I'm here. So 1 minute left to the start of the race. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. Thank you for all the drivers that paid respect to Niki Lauda. But now let's see who is actually the best driver on this lovely Ferrari, on this lovely track, the home track of Niki Lauda. "28 seconds left, so drivers, I think now they are fully set up here. They already know what's gonna happen, so the start is very crucial. And we'll see how it's gonna end for drivers. So that's the lights. And let's see how it will start and how it will end. Red Bull Ring. And that's the lights out. Let's see. Lampard with small problems here, I think, fighting to survive there. But let's see there, Patrick on the third already. Oh, he hitting someone. That was Drowser. He hit the Drowser, I think. Drowser out of that. No, Drowser is on the track actually. I'm not sure actually who was hit there. So Lampard and Drowser on the track. GTR a little bit on the third. Apex on the third now. GTR. And now let's see. GTR small problems. He lost a little bit of control there. And drivers are getting back on the track with small issues. The brakes are not so effective here. And they're losing attraction. That's Hazy on the position number 4. In front of him Apex, Drowser and Lampard. Chris on the position number 20th. Now I think he was the one. Oh, Mastodon with small issues. Deluxe here. He's now out of the track. Dorian, position number 14. Toms on the 13th here. Oh, Dorian issues. He hit the grass. And he's in the middle of the track now. Getting clear. Aldi, position number 7. Behind the Hitmason. GTR in front of him. Lampard on the position number 1. Drowser 0.7. The big difference here. Oh, Aldi out with... got the track here. And now he's fighting with the car and with Bujawa. Bujawa on the position number 7. Hazy behind GTR. And Hitmanson is really close to him. Hitmanson still keeping low profile here. It's also about the setup here, so it really depends how drivers are making it. Dario Font and the pit stop. I think he took too much damage here. Dorian also out of the track, but I think he actually put too much auto there. Thomas Forster fighting with Verbalis. Thomas on position number 10. Now Verbalis actually is getting position number 10. I think he got much better acceleration. And taking the outside here, so there will be attack from Forster. Let's see how we're gonna take it. Forster, no. Leaving it, and Verbalis making a mistake, I think. And there's also one driver, that was Rata. Yeah, he way too wide on that corner. Hazy out of the track, losing 3-4 positions. Bujawa, position number 6, still behind Hitmanson. Turbo One losing position here. 1-2. Oh, there was one driver that was I think caused on. I'm not sure that was Gumish. Yeah, he was out of track. Another driver here. Mokri is on the position number 16, just behind Christian. Christian fighting with Patrick. Drowser the fastest lap here. And he's struggling with the car a little bit. And that's Toms on position number 13. Hitmanson fighting with Bujawa. And there's 3 drivers here. There's also Aldi trying to find his place. Oh, there will be a free white. No, Aldi hiding behind Hitmanson. No, behind actually Bujawa. So Hitmanson losing position anyway. And he's trying now to overtake Aldi, taking the inside slowly here. They're also a little bit cautious here, and Hitmonson might get it just now, and he's getting position number 6. Adi on the 7th. So he made it, and now slowly to the corners. Make sure that you have plenty of grip here. The curbs are not your best friend on this track, not within this car. And that's Adi still really close. Now he might try to overtake. Yes, he's making it. No, he didn't want to risk it. This is a very specific corner here, but Hitmonson made a mistake, and now Adi might just attack his in the inside. Yeah, here he is, and he should have much better speed now, but he lost control. He was too close. He was too close, Hitmonson, and he lost the grip, the front. Just to run out. GTR, position number 5, and then what's happening here? That's Hazy. He was out of the track, getting back, but still losing 3-4 positions. Hitmonson behind Adi, so he made a mistakes after all somewhere. Michał. Pablo with small issues. Piotr Burzała on position number 4. So Lampard on position number 1, Drowser on the 2nd, Apex on the 3rd, Burzała on the 4th, GTR on the 5th. Patrick Sok on position number 14, just overtaking Toms now. I think Toms took it way too wide, and now the Patrick is in the position number 13th. Hazy, he is in the trouble at this moment, so he need to watch out his back. Dorian, small issue. I think he blocked his tires here and he just went out of the track. Drowser, the fastest lap, so he's really making it now. So Lampard actually is gonna have a small issue here. That's Dorian behind Pablo. And Pablo sliding here. He lost completely the control. And now he's on the last place. Hazy, Thomas in front of him. A little bit later, there's a right eye and Verbally still gonna see how it's gonna end for Hazy, because now he might overtake Thomas, taking this corner really slowly. And Patrick, I don't know what happened here, but Patrick just overtook Hazy, and same with Forster. So Patrick on position number 11. That was a great move from his side. I've seen some smoke here. Verbally is taking a little bit of the gravel, but still keeping it. But Ratai making it even a little bit better, and taking position number 9. That's Hazy once again on the screen. In front of him, Thomas. Pablo is out of the race, unfortunately. And that's Piotr Burzała. Burzała is on position number 4, just behind Apex. And we might see that Burzała could just attack Apex soon. Same with Drowser, he's getting closer and closer to Lampard. So sooner or later it might happen. Once Drowser gets in the slipstream, I think that might help him a little bit. Now Burzała trying to attack, take inside. Oh, that was almost a spin here, but he kept on the track and still in the game. So Burzała still making it, but still quite risky from his side. Slowly here through these corners, trying to save the tires, trying to save position here. Apex still here, trying to protect himself. Definitely he's gonna try to get this position, but now he's looking for the great moment, and let's see if he got a chance here. Side by side, Bujawa on the right side of Apex, and he made it even better. The wonderful exit here. Dorian out of the race, unfortunately, and Bujawa on the third. So Bujawa now get the position number 3, and Apex trying to take it back. Taking this corner much better than Bujawa, but the exit, yeah, that's Bujawa, I think. But still fighting here. He gonna take the inside. Bujawa. Oh, I think there was a contact here. But Bujawa in front of Apex. Turbo 1 lost position here. Verbal is the same. Free position here. That's Adi. Oh, that was those two high speed here to take this corner. Thankfully, Hitmason knew what's happening and he took the correct line just to take care. He won't hit him. But Adi still in the game. Patriotics just behind him now. That's Storms behind Verbalis. Ogaras now fighting with Turbo 1. And Ogaras blocked his tires hit. We can see the smoke for front to right. We need to watch out for the flat spots. That's Storms behind Verbalis. "24 minutes left. Verbal is taking this corner really wide here. And that's Hazi. Hazi trying to attack the Forster, taking the... Not the inside line. Forster was trying to protect himself, so he took the inside. But Hazi now got the really great exit here. And he's overtaking Forster on the straight. So Hazi on position number 10. Now let's see if the Forcer will try to get it back. No, I think he will just follow now. Christian here also really close. He blocked his tires unfortunately on this corner and still behind Thomas. Drowser! I don't know what happened here. But he's out of the track, really deep in the gravel, and that's end for him. Unfortunately, that's the end for a Drowser. So Lampard, he's actually now leading the race on the position number 1. Bujawa on the second, and that's the 9 hours 10 seconds of difference between them. So one driver out of the race. There is a Gumish. I think he had driver penalty. It's really weird. Blue flag here. Hitmason fighting with Adi. Hitmason decking the slipstream. Adi's struggling here through this corner. And Hitmason is just taking his space here, trying to think where he could attack. Is he a really fast driver when he was driving the GT3 season? And I think he lost the braking point here, and Adi gonna just run away from him. So that was a small mistake. And there's a fight between Patriot and Patrick, and Patrick taking position number 7. Patriot on the 8th at this moment. That's Thomas, just behind Chris. Christian taking it a little bit wider, Thomas more inside line. Gumish on the grass. Dario Funt out of the track. Ogaras in the pit. Daria out of the race. But let's go back to the Thomas and Christian, because these guys might give us out a bit of a fight here. slowly on the curb here, and I think Christian was a little bit faster, more aggressive. And that's Daniel Rataj on position number 13 behind Verbalis. Bujawa slowly getting closer to Lampard. So it really depends if Bujawa gonna keep the tempo and maybe Lampard gonna make a smoke mistake. If he gonna make any mistake, then Bujawa might get close to him. That's Hitmanson getting once again closer to Audi. And that's Rataj and Verbalis. Rataj taking the inside. Slowly through, and let's see the breaking point. Both pretty much at the same time. Rataj trying to close the doors here. No, not even Verbalis trying to actually get behind him. So it really depends on Verbalis now if he's going to attack Rataj. Thanks Maxer for follow and welcome on the good side of internet. Thank you very much. And Verbalis lost attraction here on that corner and Rataj running away from him. 0.8, 0.9 and there will be almost 1 second here. So Verbalis lost his chance here to get back to Rataj. Hitmanson once again on the screen. Adi in front of him. So he's really trying here. Bujawa and Lampard, they got pretty much the same tempo as far as I can see. Hitmanson was like 1 second of difference. Verbalis still have a chance, and Hitmanson way too wide. And where is Patrick? And Patrick see the chance now. No, he need to improve the times. He need to improve the sectors because Hitmanson is the range. Lost traction here. This car is really nervous. So just the question: what about the tires? How actually they keeping guys on the track at this moment? Pit stop is not required, so I believe most of the drivers. Bujawa out of the track. He lost 2 positions here, so he made the mistake. He's on position number 4, so he lost it. Apex on the 2nd, GTR on the 3rd. Oh, and that was GTR actually. GTR was he made a mistake on the first corner. Maybe too much throttle on the curb and he just pinned. And he's on the number 7th now. So Apex on the 2nd, Bujawa on the 3rd. Verbalis in the pit. So I think that's a DNF for him. And that's GTR on the 7th, Patrick on the 6th, Hitmanson on the 5th. And these guys might fight a little bit. But Hitmanson is in trouble here. Adi 3.7 seconds in front of him, so that's a big difference now. He lost a lot of time on that corner when he just hit the gravel. Kozdon lost position because of Michał. Michał on the position number 16th. Lampard still on the position number 1, so he's pretty much got the alone race at this moment. Apex 16 seconds behind him, so there's a lot of time for him. So now he can actually drive a little bit slower. Adi out of the track. Adi lost it here. That was almost the last corner here, so he went too wide, I believe, and he lost complete traction. So Adi on the position number 7. Hitmanson on the 4th at this moment. So now is the question if he gonna keep the tempo. Bujawa already made a mistake. Hitmanson too actually, but still there is a chance for Hitmanson to get position number 3. Same for a Patrick. Hitmanson slowly there. Patrick a little bit of problem. The rear axle just run out a little bit. Kozdon trying to attack Michał. aggressive here, both wide, way too wide. Goes down and Michał. Goes behind Michał, trying to get this slipstream as much as he can. No, trying now this attack on Michał. No, Michał getting out. No, goes down too much. Throw to losing that. And Mastodon overtaking him. Aha, Patriotics. Don't know what happened here. It's like he's out of the fuel. We don't know what happened here. Patriotics back in the pit. So that's end for him. Patrick on position number 5. Behind Hitmanson, and Hitmanson is in the trouble at this moment. And Patrick overtaking Hitmanson. And Hitmanson behind him. So that was a really good move from Patrick. So Hitmanson on position number 5, still very close to Patrick. Apex 17 seconds behind Lampard, so that's a lot of time here. And that's Piotr Burzała on the 3rd, so he might take back the 2nd position. He got a really good tempo. And 40 minutes left to the end of the race. Burzała fighting with the car. Patriotics out of the race. Burzała way faster than Apex. That was almost 0.7 here of difference between these two guys. And that was O'Gara's! So I don't know what happened here. O'Gara's took off. That was Apex. I didn't see that coming. So Apex now is on position number 3. For sure he took the damage, for sure the front is devastated at this moment. And Apex really need to fight here with the car now. But Burzała, I think he knew what happened, so he's actually giving back his position. So this is really fair play. I'm actually stunned here at this moment. Burzała knew what happened to Apex, he knew that he had an incident, and Burzała just let him go because he was on position number 2. Turbo 1 and Articulate Fox on position 11th. Turbo 1 fighting with him. Small issue here. Still getting on the track. And now it's the fight between these two guys, so Burzała and Apex. And Mokris is overtaking Kozdon. Now let's see if Kozdon can protect counter-attack. Mokris has small problem here. He blocked his tires. Too much brake. Power adjusted to this corner. And Hitmanson again fighting with Patrick. Now he's behind Patrick, so these guys are just exchanging the position here. And now is a small problem for Hitmanson because just behind him there is GTR and Adi, so these guys are getting closer to them. And because Hitmanson and Patrick are still fighting, they're losing time there and there on every corner, because on the one side Patrick needs to protect himself and the second Hitman needs to try to attack, and they're losing time here. And GTR, that's fortunate for him, he's getting closer. Ratai out of the track and losing position 14th here, I believe. Yes, and he's getting back here. Burzała once again on the screen, fighting with Apex, taking some clean air. Lampard, I think he got the first position, and that shouldn't be a surprise. Mokre, oh, losing position because of Kozlov, so no Kozlov, then done the same to him. Now way too late, Mokre here, he should take the inside, there will be his chance to attack, but no, Mastodon overtaking him. And Mastodon was position number 17th. Apex and Bujawa on the second. So Apex lost his position. Now is the question if he's gonna try to get it back by any chance. He was trying to show on the inside, but now Bujawa gonna run away because he got the best line. GTR! Small off track here, losing few positions, and he's back behind Hitmanson. And now Bujawa made a mistake somewhere, and Apex in front of him. And they are fighting side by side here on the few last corners on this track. Let's see Bujawa taking the inside. Slowly here, he knows there is not enough traction, he needs to go slower. One more. And now Apex in front of him, but now he got the really good exit, and Bujawa might try to attack him on the first corner. Let's see, yes, he's taking the inside now. Now really close, no. He's giving up at this moment, he don't want to risk it. So he's looking for a better opportunity. And Bujawa using the slipstream, now trying to attack. Apex slowly here, same with Bujawa, lost traction a little bit on the uphill. And he's still trying out a bit faster, so I think better exit for Bujawa. And now Bujawa might try to attack, no, he's giving up again. But now Apex made a mistake, he took it too wide. And Bujawa wasn't ready for it, but now he might just get it fixed on that corner. But now he's struggling here to keep it correctly. The curb, oh, he lost traction here. We could just see how his tires are starting to dance on the curb, but still keeping on the track. And once again, Bujawa, he's risking here. The curbs are really not friendly for these cars. Somehow he's still there, somehow he's still keeping the position number 2 now. That's Apex on the inside, wide for Bujawa, but he's keeping the position number 2. That was really warm situation for both guys. From one side, Bujawa was trying to protect himself and attack, and the curbs were just really destroying his tempo. He had to protect the car. Oh, he hit the curb! Bujawa hit the curb! There was the sausage curb he hit, and he's getting behind now. Bujawa was number 4, that was so badly. Ugh. So Apex on the position number 2. Patrick on the 3rd, Bujawa on the 4th, Adi on the 5th, Hitmans on the 6th. And GTR on the 7th at this moment. Fox losing position because of a turbo one. GTR on the 7th, it's just behind Hitmanson. And he lost traction here. It's 7 minutes to the end of the race, so still drivers need to keep it like that. No one will change the tires, so that's to the end. Oh, and this curves you can see. Now when the tires are pretty much used and the curbs are not helping at all, drivers are actually struggling here. Turbo One lose position because of the fog, so he's back on the 12th. Lampard still on position number 1, and now it's Patrick that might attack Apex. Blue flag for a mock Mercedes, and I think that's Mastodon. Mastodon not leaving the track here. Oh, and there is a loss of traction for Apex. Apex now on the 4th, Adi here. So Bujawa in front of him, Patrick on the 2nd. Apex losing here on the position because of Adi now trying to take the inside. Adi. And I think there was a contact here between these two drivers. Fox on the 12th, Turbo 1. Turbo 1 to number 11th here. Trying to keep his car on the track. It's really hard for him, you can see it. And Fox trying to overtake him at any chance here. Here they made it, here Turbo 1 made it the same, and these guys are just changing the places between themselves. So they might try to fight another corner where Fox might be just a little bit faster and get the chance to overtake Turbo 1. Here's Adi on the 6th, just behind GTR. Hitmason is on the 4th. And Lampard slowly driving to the end because that's his task at this moment. Michał lost position because of Toms, and I think Michał just made a mistake here because you can see the time gap now, it's like at 3 seconds almost. And that's Adi. The sausage curb here. It's not the big sausage curb, it's a small one. But these cars were made in the time when these curbs were actually not that common. And Apex, so another mistake here. And now he's behind Christian. So unfortunately Apex is out of the top at this moment. Adi on the 6th behind GTR. Hitmason 4th, second behind Bujawa. Hello Past, how are you? Adi trying to find some space here. Let's see how it's gonna end for him. GTR taking the curb, sliding a little bit of it, and Adi trying to take the inside now. Mastodon, I think he got the blue flag on this. Hitmason with trouble, and Hitmason losing position because of Adi, and there is a GTR Mastodon trying to protect himself. No, that was a bad move, but Adi on the 4th, GTR on the 5th, and Hitmason on the 6th. That was a really bad move from Hitmason on the last corner. He lost traction there. You could have seen a lot of smoke. Mastodon. I don't know what happened here. He's out of the fuel, it looks like. GTR, Adi. These guys are really close here. And Adi, GTR trying to fight. GTR trying to take the inside. It looks like that. Adi on the 4th. And Hitmason now might have to take the inside. No, GTR on the 4th. Adi on the 5th. Hitmason still might get it because he's really close to these guys. Adi on the 5th, sliding here. There is no much grip in these cars at this moment. This tire side of things, so they keep the drivers on the track. Adi on the 5th, trying to overtake GTR. Adi taking the inside. Hitmason really close. The GTR, he made a mistake there. And Hitmason taking the inside. Also the Adi making a mistake, so Hitmason might just get back to the 4th position here. Now it really depends on the GTR. Adi taking the left side, and the Hitmason loses a free wide here on the first corner. That not gonna end well. No, Hitmason passing by on the 4th. Adi on the 5th, GTR back on the 6th. That was a really something that this guy guys made it on that straight. Hitmason, Adi, slowly GTR losing control. And Hitmason taking a little bit of the cross. Adi on the 5th. Hitmason trying to protect himself, so he's like in the right side as we can see. But he's way slower. Now it really depends on the breaking points, and Hitmanson taking the inside, closing the doors. Now the throttle to the maximum from Hitmanson, and he's still on the 4th. So he's still keeping it on the 4th position. Christian behind Hazi at this moment, so he lost it somewhere. And Adi trying to just survive this. Lampard, it might be just the last lap. GTR on the 6th, Adi on the 5th, Hitmas on the 4th. And GTR lost traction here, getting back to the race really fast. Christian is not that far actually, and I think now Christian knows that GTR is really close to him. So now it's just between Adi and Hitmanson. Adi taking the white here. I think it was too white. That is a driver with the blue flag also. And Adi behind the Hitmanson. And where is Diamond Lampard? Oh, GTR, another mistake. And Lampard is finishing the race. That's the... yes, now with the last corner. So Lampard, he totally owned it. He totally made it. And Lampard finishing the race on the position number 1. So first position for him. Congratulations to him. It was a wonderful race for him. And it was really clean. Patrick. But now it's a fight between Adi and Hitmanson. And they know that's the end. That's the last chance for Adi. And Hitmanson can keep the position number 4. If he can only make it to the end. Patrick on the 2nd, that's for sure. Bujawa on the 3rd. But now Hitmanson and Adi, if Hitmanson can make it slow to this corner. White here, taking the grass, Hitmanson losing the speed, and Adi getting back to him, but it was way too far. And Hitmanson finished on the 4th, Adi on the 5th. As to fight a little bit lower, Hazi on the 6th, Christian on the 7th, Apex losing control on the 8th. GTR thankfully way too far to get advantage of it. So he's finished on the 8th, GTR on the 9th, Forster on the 10th. Now is the Articulate Fox on the 11th and Turbo One on the 12th. Rataj, Toms, Michał, Kozan, Moxes, Ograst and Gomis already finished the race. So that's Diamond Lampard, the winner of the race. And that was our tribute to the Niki Lauda. So thank you very much guys for showing up. Thank you for the lovely race. Thank you for all these emotions. And we're gonna see each other on the next race, which will be on Tuesday. So thank you very much and take care. Bye.